What's good, guys? It's me, Gerald Wave, here back again with another video. Now, this is, yeah, what if Asta had his Chaos Magic? Yeah, Mana, I should say. Or something, that should, what the title should be. Anyway, I'll be making my Dragon Ball with Asta tomorrow with a new What If with Bell and Asta. And another new What If, I'll tell you guys on Sunday what it is. Also, I need to start my packing very soon, so I'll probably be uploading maybe like 4 videos a week. It depends on how much I pack up my room. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll be starting the what if. I don't have my pictures yet. You know how I do it. I just got out of school, so let's get straight into the what if. Okay, this is pastoral anyway, so yeah, you see. Okay, bye. Okay, I was just seeing if it's working. Okay, now this is right after the incident. So a Silva came. It was one of the Silvas that came to investigate, not the person from the, Jack the Ripper. Yeah, he didn't come to investigate because he didn't care about Revici. So it's just it's a Silva. You'll know the Silva in a couple parts from now. In Asta, where I ask questions, and he says, "You peasants should just be lucky that you guys are alive." And this Silva just saying, if he was weak enough to die by one of you guys, it's not my problem. Well, if he was doing something evil, then good job. But I'll be getting the praise. And that person then walks away. That Silva. You probably already know what the Silva is. Um, it's very solid. Okay, I was crying inside. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, now and Asta are still in shock that Revigi has died, and is apologizing to Asta that he lost control of his power because of him, and that person shouldn't have died if Yuno was strong enough. And Asta is saying it's my fault. I should have been in more control. I shouldn't have gotten hurt that badly. I know every time I get hurt badly, my power awakens and it explodes everything around it. I should have been more careful. And saying, "So are we still going?" Asta saying, "Of course, we're both going to become the Wizard King, right?" And they do their fist bump and they say, "You're right. We are going to. At least I am. I don't know about you though." And Asta says, "Yeah, I'll try not to kill anyone else. That's a promise." And says, "I promise I'll become stronger too." Okay, now over to the entrance, the Magic Knight entrance exam. Yeah, it's now been like 2 months. It's like a month after the events of Revici, from my memory. Yeah, my memory's starting to get hazy. That means my brain cells are bad. Big sad. Anyway, Yami doesn't actually bump into this Asta. He goes straight to the podium because this Asta was quite slower due to the event of Revici dying. So he is standing in a different spot from the others. But oh my goodness, I forgot Sakea's name for a second. Anyway, yeah, so Sakea finds him, but Sakea sees all the birds around Asta, but the birds are kind of turning like black, well, blacker than they should be, and that's just his magic, his anti-chaos magic happening. And besides Nero's just staying the same. Yeah, she's just staying a lot farther away from Asta than she would, and also Seke also sees that Asta's injured quite badly on his arm, and you'll know why he has it in. And Asta is saying, "You probably shouldn't touch that arm of mine. And Sake says, "Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. If we have a fighting tournament, we could get a draw or something." And yeah, Sake just trying to pick out the weak links. That's what he thinks Asta is. And Asta says, "Oh, thank you." And yeah, William feels something different about this Asta. I mean, Pastry does. Um, and he senses some weird magic like he's never seen before. This is from Pastry. Yeah, but William is still in control. He feels something weird. He doesn't know if it's magic or not. Anyway, like I was saying, so Asta says, "Are you sure you want to fight me? I'm quite strong, even with this injured arm of mine. Especially, I'm stronger with it." And yeah, Sakea says, "Don't kid yourself. I'm going to win the battle, and I'm going to become a rich and famous magic knight." And Asta saying, "Your mood changed quite quickly. I don't like that." And yeah, so William was done explaining it, and then everyone got into their normal thing. Um, and Asta and Sake started the first battle, and Asta puts the anti-magic sword in his broken arm, and he then hits it, and he starts to scream out in pain. And Sake says, "Why are you injuring yourself?" And Asta is saying, "You better put up your defense right now, or you're going to get killed, and it's not going to be my fault." And Sake is saying, like he's ever going to do something like that. And he puts up, his ball thing. And he's saying, "Try your worst." And Asta says, "Okay, let's see if this actually works. 5%. Devastation of chaos magic." And as he charges it up, the whole arena starts to shake a little bit. And Yuno is also seeing that Asta is about to use his chaos magic. And yeah, Yuno just gets out of dodge, and he runs away. Yeah, he runs to like very far away so he doesn't get caught up in that. And he tells everyone else to run away from that. And Asta then shoots it right at Sake. And the attack goes it breaks everything on Sake's magic. I forgot it was the magic power he was using to make the ball thing with spikes, and it then gives him a cut above his eye. Yeah, I made this cake. Kakashi Sake. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, Sake started to scream out in pain, and Asa say, "How could I miss from that close?" And all the magic knight captains were looking at Asta, besides Dorothy. Yeah, she's just being weird. She's asleep for some reason. Anyway, yeah, Sake then says, "I give up." And Asta walks over towards him, and he says, "I thought you were going to win." And Asta then punches him, and he says, "I gotta win the battle." And yeah, that punch knocks out Sake because he was way too scary. That's why. Okay. And Asta was also trained up that arm he didn't break. It's a lot stronger than his other arm. And yeah, Asta defeats him quite easily. And the exact same things happen, but Asta doesn't have the same experience with the anime or manga Asta with Yami at the beginning of the story. But they still choose him because everyone is scared of him and don't want to give him a try. So Yami gives him a try. And now it's now been like an hour, a couple of hours, and Asta, Finral, Gordon. I miss Gordon. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. Can someone please tell me? Like, I'm not caught up with the anime in Japanese. I got another text notification. I don't know from whom. Sorry about that. If you heard it. Anyway, so Magna then sees this and he says, "It's time for your initiation. The first new member already passed." And Asta saying, "Who's this new other member?" It's someone, a Silva, I think. I don't know. And Asta says, another Silva? Hopefully it's not going to be another mean one. And Magnus says, you already know a Silva? And Asta saying, it's a long story. I'll tell you guys in the future. But anyway, I want to start this initiation. I want to show you how I'm going to become the Wizard King with this ability of mine. And Magnus says, that's the spirit. And he charges up his fireball. And he says, try to stop the attack. And Magna gives him a 10-second start. And Asta starts to hurt his arm again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Asta. This Asta needs to stop doing that. He's trying to be a Midoriya or something. Like season 1 Midoriya where he's breaking his legs or something. I don't know what. This kind of reminded me of it. I don't know why. Anyway, as Asta Midoriya starts to break his arms again, he then unlocked Lebe All for One. And his attack was very powerful. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm making bad jokes. I'm sorry. Okay, so Magna throws it at Asta. And Asta then tries his 10%. And he absorbs the attack without having to use the sword. And he's saying, I just learned something new. I don't need my sword to absorb the attack. I just need to have it in my vicinity. And Asta says, oh, that's super neat. And Magnus saying, how did you absorb it? What type of magic do you have? And Asta says, it's chaos magic. That's what I call it. It can cause chaos. And it's wake. And I only know how to use up to 50% of it. I could destroy the entire building of the Black Bulls with maybe 15%. I mean the headquarters, if I could. If I tried. And Magnus says, very interesting. Well, you passed. Well, and I'm sorry, I forgot what else other events that happened in the episode. Yeah, so all the other members of the Black Bulls come out, and they all greet Asta for passing the initiation. And Yami's saying he's going to be one interesting kid. And yeah, it's now going over to like Noel. Yeah, Asta doesn't bump into Noel in this timeline. Okay, my bad for a bad cut. My dad, not my dad. I mean my dog started barking. I'm sorry. I don't know why dad came into my head instead of dog. I don't know why. I'm sorry. Anyway, so like I said, Asta didn't meet Noel in this timeline, and Asta was just feeding those 3 demon dog things that Yami keeps. I forgot the names of them. We barely see them. Anyway, actually, why aren't they fighting? Those 3 demon things. I know they wouldn't do anything to Dante, but still, they should be fighting at least. Anyway, Asta, there he hears these water blasts from Noel, and she can't land a target on a tree. And Asta then comes out, and he sees her, and he sees that she's been training a lot. And he says, my name is Asta, and you must be the other new recruit that Yami was talking about in Magna. Well, it's nice to meet you. I already met one of you other Silvas. Hopefully you don't be mean like that one. And Asta's saying, it's quite surprising. I thought you would probably join one of their, your sister and, not your sister, I mean your brother's squad. I'm talking about Solid. Yeah, Solid was doing the incident. The incident with the Revici. And, yeah, Noel just ignores him. And Asta's saying, okay, so you're just like that Solid, aren't you? And, yeah, Noel then turns around and he says, I'm not. I can't even land an attack on a tree. And Asta's saying, I could help you with that. I have a very weird magic. It takes me a while to actually be able to use it. So maybe I can teach you how to control it. And Asta's saying, I have to break something, or hurt my body to make my power useful. Or I could just attack normally, but I think my attacks are a lot more powerful if I do this. And he then breaks his finger. Yeah, this is starting to sound like Asta's like a freaking got one for all or something. I'm pretty sure Asta with one for all. Oh my, that is a good what if idea. That would be I like it. Tell me in the comments if you guys want that. Anyway, Asta then shoots a 1% of his chaos magic at the tree, and he says, "You need to focus. Don't use all of your mana at once. You need to focus it at once. I mean, not focus it at once. Put it into one point of your body and then shoot it." And Noelle tries to do that, and she creates the big water pool thing, and it sucks up Asta into it too because he's a lot closer. And he started to suffocate in the water pool, and he didn't want to use his chaos magic because he didn't know if it was going to hurt Noelle or not. He doesn't know her name. Anyway, he then gets the bright idea to absorb it, like he did with Magna's magic. As he absorbs the water, he has the sword in his broken hand, and the sword absorbs the water, and it starts to make chaos water magic. And the water starts to turn to a different blackish water color. And it goes all inside of Asta, all the water. So yeah, that's why he's falling. And it's in the sword and into his book. And he doesn't know where to shoot it at because it could destroy the forest around him. So he says skip it, and he shoots it straight into the ground that's underneath them, so the water could cushion them. And he uses 25% of the water. Okay, all the water, basically all the water that Noelle had when she made her water prison. And he then grabs her, and they land on the water, but it makes a big crater, and everyone comes outside to see this. And he's saying, "Don't worry, I was just training this Silva, and she doesn't know how to control her mana that well. She passed out from it." And Asta saying, "I never thought I'll meet someone kind of like me a little bit. It took me years to train with mine." And Magna saying, "Yeah, she was quite rude. It looks like she can actually be nice as a royal." And Asta is saying, "Yeah, I guess you're right." And yeah, that's where I'll be in off for this what if. Now, Asta will be using his 25% of his chaos magic to defeat. I'll be going